Today we're having a look at Ruckus, just another natural disaster by Heart Factory KW and 4 others. Alright, so here we are in Ruckus, just another natural disaster by Heart Factory KW and others. We're going to jump into the classic mode. I think that sounds about best. Very, very nice looking intro there and how it moves into things. X. Live from Princeps City. Hi. We need to skip this, unfortunately. I would love to watch it. We'll show it during the pips, but we are Ruckus. And I've been following this for a while. Been seeing on Morishiro 1935's... Oh, okay. Alright, they let us know what it does. Pick up, and then we can eat it. Oh my god, that is so awesome. We jump. Vertical spin, L2. I missed the charge button. Okay, it's R2. Bah! Did that work? I don't know. Come back here. I want to pick you up. Oh no! But military mobilizing attack aircraft. My word. We're not gonna allow that to happen. Oh, this is so slick looking. I keep on trying to say.
Politicians are wanting to take
are we still playing, or we just broken out? Wait, what's going on here? Yo, let me play. Am I playing? I think I'm playing, but... Okay, yes, okay, my button prompts do seem to be translating into things that are happening. There's the charge. Oh, this is slick. Yeah, I saw on Morishiro's Twitter the Ruckus design and some of the work through the stage that's been going on, and I really want to play it. Slurm. I wonder if that's a reference to Slurm Mackenzie, everyone's favorite Slurm Mackenzie. Now I did forget a number of the buttons, so we should check them again. Oh, we can toggle the camera. That's good to know. X plus L is climb. Okay. Emote. We can emote, and we could sing. Oh my god! Okay, I need to eat you. No, I threw you. Oh, Okay, let's try singing. Oh wow. What just happened there? I don't even know. Weird things happen. We had a mic cursor appear on the screen. I don't know if that was gonna track us or not, but... Okay. Can we climb? We are climbing! This is amazing! This is so good! I'm really liking this a lot. We got some more Slurm signage, which is always nice. What was the E? I'm gonna charge up my laser beam again. Now, how do I know when it's fully charged? Nothing happened. But I got electrical tail, so and that's hard to argue with. Yeah, I mean, it really hits the rampage note very well, and I appreciate that. And there's something of the military is unable to stop the creature. This part, we're gonna talk about this part more in the hub, but I don't like the camera keeps on changing, so I kind of don't know what I'm doing anymore. But it has a very Katamari Damacy feel to it, the way that the city's been laid out and the way that the city's presented, and that also I am really charmed by. Now, can we get this to collapse? Will it hurt us? I don't think anything can stop us. They told us that in the intro screen, so we're just busting stuff up. Can I just, I want to grab something and I want to eat it. Oh, there's a tornado. Can I ride the tornado? I can, sort of, kind of. Oh, I destroyed that boat before I could pick it up. Fiddle Smurfs. I guess only things with triangle prompts can actually be picked up. Oh my god, it's Osaka Castle. It's not Osaka, but it does seem to be Osaka Castle. And we are gonna bust that up. Take that, Osaka Castle! You faker! Oh, I'm liking this one a lot. I mean, I think it would be hard to argue that I were not liking this one a lot, even though I do have some reservations about it. Reservations that we will discuss in the hub, but in the main, I don't want to be anywhere near that attack jet. I want this, and I want to eat it. Can I eat it? What was the eat button? Quickly, I want to eat it before the eat square. Oh my god, that is so cute. You are so wonderful, Ruckus. Oh, crumbs. We gotta get back to that, but we'll talk about it there. We'll see you there. See yas. And we're back. And, Ruckus, just another natural disaster by Heart Factory KW, Azrael 7th, Bella Iris, Mandel Bow, and Mauricio 1935. So that's all of them. And I've already walked past the rating. I mean, it was gonna be a green circle. You had to know it was gonna be a green circle because the level was amazing. It was absolutely fabulous. As I tried to say in the video, but I kept on getting distracted by cool things that were happening. I had this reposted to me on the Twitters, and some initial screenshots and initial, video recording of the creation of the creature here of Ruckus, originally named Ruckusaurus, which is also an awesome name. I want to throw down for Ruckusaurus, but Ruckus is a good one as well. I voted for that. And I just fell in love with the creature design, and I fell in love with the environmental design, and it was something that I've been anticipating a while for an actual release, and I just happened to see, kind of guzeni, I happened to see this morning that there was a finished product available, so to speak, that we could finally take a look at it, and I am so glad because to come back from a bit of a vacation and some changes in the channel, to at least have something as cool as this, and I really, really appreciate it. It was really, really cool. It's a lot of fun. It really nails, I use really too much, it very much nails that Rampage aesthetic. And we mentioned that in the video. There's nothing really else going on in the level. You bust up buildings until the time limit is done. You've got a number of attacks that you can do. I finally did figure out how to shoot the laser breath, and that was actually pretty awesome. You charge it with the L2, and then you shoot it with the R2, and then that was explained to us in the controls screen. I just completely slipped my mind as soon as I read it, as so often happens. One thing I did notice about the controls page, it does list an emote, and I never got the emote to work, so I'm not really sure what was going on with that. I mean, the character design, the creature itself is well enough emotive, so it's not really a big problem, but to have something listed and have it not work, I wasn't really understanding what was going on with that. Also, the sing function, and I don't know what that ultimately did. I mean, it made a microphone prompt show up on the screen, but I guess I don't know. Maybe that's something if we hadn't been recording for the episode, and kind of overriding things with the tracks and recording that we're doing, maybe our voice would have shown up in the actual level itself. That would have been interesting, but I really don't know. There's very, very little for me to actually complain about in the level, and I don't even know if complain is the correct word. Now, there are the two versions of the level. There's a freestyle version where basically you just get the introductory story and then go nuts. You run around, you destroy the city. You don't get any points for that, but at least you get the enjoyment of actually destroying the city. Now, in the kind of the classic mode, the base original mode, and that's got the story that's continuing throughout the level. And how to say? So I feel kind of two ways about this. So, from the perspective of actually just looking at the level and seeing the level after recording, so to speak, and the way that they handle introducing the story of it by breaking in with news footage, and you've got the Chiron that comes up on the bottom of the screen, and there's a voiceover, and the voiceover is really cool. The voiceover is actually really well done when I actually could listen to it. And the camera pulls back as though it's from a helicopter. That's all really, really awesome. The way that was handled, the technique of that, I think, is very, very cool. I think it was very well done. The problem with that, though, is that when it initially happened, I wasn't sure if this was a cutscene that was interactive, I could do something with this cutscene, or if it was, just something that was recorded and kind of pumped into the footage. I eventually figured out that yes, I was still in control of the character, but it did make it a little bit hard to see what was going on and what I was doing. And because there is a little bit of a slowdown in the level, and we are warned about that slowdown, that it can be a bit inobvious or unobvious as to what's happening when those cutscenes come up. So if you are playing and the cutscene comes up, just keep on playing. You're still in control. You can still destroy things. You can still get points. The technique, I thought that the technique was really, really good. As far as other, minor points, and sometimes it can be a little bit hard to track Ruckus because the screen gets a little bit dark, particularly when the tornado comes in. I thought the tornado was actually pretty cool. You can ride the tornado. That is interesting. But that it's momentary for the most part. One thing that was really, really cool that I did like is that there is a day-night cycle here, and I do appreciate that when creations implement day-night cycles so that we get a look at different versions of the environment that we're in. Of course, when it is appropriate, but here I think it's relatively appropriate enough. I love the fact that the actual layout of the environment, it did feel very Katamari Damacy inspired, and we mentioned that as well in the video. But just that kind of tiny, compact, self-contained town with all the little disparate elements in it, and the color schemes of it, the layout of it, it did feel very much like Katamari Damacy, and I love that game, so I love the kind of call out there. I thought it was really well done. Is there anything else? You can pick up boats and eat them, and pick up planes and eat them. And I love that. That was absolutely fabulous. It took me a little while again for the control to kind of sink in. I kept on throwing the plane away, but you could do that, and that was cool. That was fun. I really loved this level a lot. I think that this was extremely well done. I would love to see an expansion on the concept. I don't know if that is something that is possible, if they're already pushing the engine enough as it is now, but perhaps a sequel to Ruckus where we could see some other giant kaiju that are just as cute as our Ruckusy beast. Maybe a firefly kaiju, because I'm a big fan of fireflies. I mean, there's Mothra, right? But we don't want to use a moth because Mothra is existent. This is great. This is so cool. So drop what you're doing after you finish watching the video. Drop what you're doing and give Ruckus Just Another Natural Disaster a play, because it's nuts. It's amazing. I had a great time. A little bit of administrata before we wrap things up for the show. One, if my voice sounds a little bit unusual this time around, my previous microphone died. I needed to pick up a new one. I'm still not entirely sure how much I like it. It's a little bit tough with PS4 and also with OBS, to be perfectly honest, to get voice settings just right so they're loud enough to hear but they're not drowning out everything else. And Dreams as well makes that a little bit touchy because of the sound balancing in Dreams. So hopefully you didn't have any problems with that, but if you did, please let me know. And it's from feedback from folks like you that we can nail down the best settings and the best sliders to get the results that everybody will be happy with. The other thing that I wanted to mention is something moving on for the show. Now, you know that we took a week's break last week, and I was really stressed. There was a lot of things going on. I just don't have time for anything besides work and recording. I didn't have time for anything besides work and recording, and I just kind of hit a bit of a break point. So I needed to take some time off, and I needed to think about what was going to be going on with the channel. And basically what's going to be happening going on from now, unfortunately, is I think that the production on the video side of the channel is going to need to be cut in half. So there's only going to be one episode of Fever Dreams a week. It's going to be Monday nights. It will be at the same time, 10 o'clock J-side time. Hopefully having that little bit of extra time will make it easier for me to put out a product? God, I hate that word. But to put out an episode that doesn't feel rushed, that doesn't feel clutched together, that feels like something that I can be proud showing off. I don't think that the time pressure showed in previous episodes, but it felt like it was catching up with me, and I think that this currently is the best choice. We might, if time allows, I would love to go back to a 2-episode per week schedule. It just is not going to be happening at the moment, and I appreciate your understanding on the matter. I hope that doesn't put anybody out. But I think that just about does it for us this go about. So, from me, Risco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, thank you. Arigato, arigasamidota, sayonara, see you, and ciao.